global warming is the continuing rise in the average temperature of Earth's atmosphere and oceans. Global warming is caused by increased concentrations of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, resulting from human activities such as deforestation and burning of fossil fuels. There are many industries affected by global warming. Tourism industry is one of the industry affected by it. It has both direct and indirect impacts that will affect by global warming. The global warming is a serious problem now. The impacts and potential solutions will affect different industries in many different ways. The impact of global warming is far greater than just increasing temperatures. Many people don't know much about global warming and feel that is not the problems. Actually, global warming is the big issue now. The global warming is affecting much industry, especially for the tourism industries. Our group will focus on small island state to further discuss the impacts of global warming in tourism industry. Maldives' most popular destination, in year 2010 has brought tourist arrivals to a record high as tourist arrival mark hit 77,063 tourists according to the statistics released by the Tourism Ministry. Many travelers are crazy on the dramatic natural attraction in Maldives. One of the most important natural attractions of Maldives is coral reefs. However, the coral reefs are influenced by the global warming in recent years. 70 academies of science from around the world earlier this year issued a warning to policymakers about the growing threat of ocean acidification. About a quarter of CO2 emissions are absorbed into the ocean, and a rapid increase in these emissions is beginning to change the chemistry of seawater. Coral and shellfish are suffering as a result, and recent studies have shown that the growth of coral is slowing down. Coral reefs died because the sea temperature raised, and it's a consequence of the global warming. It will impact the developing tourism industry in Maldives. 158,000 of tourists who visit the Maldives do so for diving experiences. Maldives is a low-elevation archipelago. When the sea level keeps rising, the beach areas will become more and narrower. Tourism activities operators who rely on the beach areas will suffer with this issue, and sea level rise will cause the land loss issue. There is no doubt that if the sea level keeps rising, the beach areas will become more and more narrow. Those tourism activities operators who rely on the beach areas will suffer with this issue. In addition, sea level rise will cause the land loss issue, which also impacts the tourism industries. Hotel or resort operators have no enough land to develop new hotel and resorts in order to receiving more guests. The world's first underwater cabinet meeting. 80% of its 1,200 islands are no more than 1 m above sea level. No wonder it was the first country to sign up to the Kyoto Protocol. Government ministers wearing scuba gear held an underwater meeting of the Maldives cabinet to make people aware the threat global warming will have on the lowest-lying nation on the earth. Besides Maldives, Fiji Islands are also famous as a tourism destination in Australia-Oceania. Fiji is in the middle of all developing state islands in Australia-Oceania. It has total over 300 islands. Tourism activities in Fiji. 60% of tourists' activities are engaging in swimming and snorkeling, and 12% participating in scuba diving. Spread from Laos to the Yasawa Group in northern Vanuatu. He said at least 50% of the reefs around Bika had been affected by coral bleaching, with at least 5% being completely dead. Fiji may lose all of these tourism activities if it does not do anything to prevent the impact of climate change. It will cause the damage for Fiji's economic when most of the tourism activities cannot happen here. Their countries also realize that climate change is a serious issue which should be solved together. Hence, the Kyoto Protocol was adopted at the third conference of the parties of the FCCC. Industrialized nations agreed to reduce their collective emissions of 6 greenhouse gases by at least 5% below 19,990 levels by 2008 to 2012. Construction of seawall may be useful to ameliorate for some times. However, It costs a lot of money and some PIDSs cannot afford to do that.
Beautiful, beautiful world. It's a beautiful, beautiful world. The sunshine and rain, pleasure and pain. It's a beautiful, beautiful world. The sun's gone dim and the skies. Who's gonna save the world tonight? Who's gonna bring it back to life? We're gonna make it, you and I. We're gonna save the world tonight.